Looking back on my 9 ex-girlfriends, whether they were girlfriends from when I thought I was straight or boyfriends after I confirmed my sexual orientation, I can say that I was 100% devoted to each one. However, I can only say that I truly loved 2 of them because only they made me feel physically attracted to them. Simply put, whenever we were alone, I would really want to kiss, hug, or have other intimate physical contact with them. Before I was clear about my sexual orientation, I, like most people around me, naturally assumed that as a straight man, I should find a girlfriend when I reached a certain age. All 3 of my ex-girlfriends took the initiative to show interest in me, and I simply got together with them because they took the initiative and I felt that they were nice people. Now, looking back, I realized that I never took the initiative in hugging, kissing, or even holding hands with my 3 ex-girlfriends. I just mechanically cooperated like a routine doing what a boyfriend should do. So, my experience can be seen as a reminder to those who are confused about their sexual orientation. If you consider yourself straight but don't like or even feel a slight physical aversion to intimate physical contact with your partner, then you're probably gay. After confirming my orientation, while not every boyfriend I dated was eager to initiate kisses or hugs, I still felt pleasure when they hugged me first. However, in my relationships with my 3 ex-girlfriends, although our outings and conversations were harmonious, I subconsciously resisted and even felt a slight physical discomfort whenever they initiated a kiss. My first boyfriend was the first person I felt physically attracted to. I'd been in Beijing just over 6 months, and he was my true first love. We first met at his place. He was watching Empresses in the palace. His photos were edited, but in person he was even more attractive to me. His voice, demeanor, figure, everything was pleasing. Initially, we chatted while watching Empresses in the palace. When the scene where Jinhuan and Prince Guo pledged their love in the rain at Lingyun Peak and embraced, I was also affected and directly put my hand on him. He kissed my head. It was my first time ever kissing someone first. It was an uncontrollable impulse. I'm not exaggerating when I say I was dizzy at the time, and I still remember it vividly. It was an experience I had never had in all my years. Before, when I hugged my ex-girlfriends, my hands would always be on their backs, a very gentlemanly way. Looking back, it was a sign of physical resistance. But that day, I hugged him very tightly, as if I wanted to embed him into myself. After we confirmed our relationship, whenever we were alone, I always liked to put his hands on my shoulders or thighs. It didn't have to be a passionate hug. Just feeling the warmth of his palms made me very happy. We were together over half a year, but broke up peacefully. There was no drama or anything like that. I was a dance instructor. He had a 9-to-5 office job. Our schedules clashed too much. Small conflicts piled up, and slowly the passion faded. My second attraction came in my 3rd year in Beijing. He was the 6th of all my exes. My 3rd boyfriend was one of my students. By then, I was already out in Beijing. My students knew I was gay. He pursued me. He wasn't my type at first, just a friend, but he was persistent. As we spent more time together, I developed feelings. One day after class, we had dinner and he suggested coming to my place. That day at my house, he told me about his family. It turned out that his parents divorced when he was very young, just like me. However, my parents loved me very much, but his family wasn't well off. His mother worked hard raising him alone. His father gave little support and barely cared. That was the first time we completely opened up to each other. When he talked about how his mother had to go out to do housework after making him dinner in high school, he almost cried. Seeing him like that, I hugged him, and he held me tight. At that moment, I realized that hugging him felt so wonderful. Although it didn't give me the same thrill as my first boyfriend after I came to Beijing, his embrace gave me a strange sense of security and stability. After that day, our relationship grew closer, and we naturally got together. Although I was the top in this relationship and he was a little younger than me, he was a very mature person. He accommodated and took care of me in many ways, which led to a deep dependence on him. Whenever I saw him, I wanted to cling to him because it made me feel at ease. It wasn't love at first sight. It was his personal charm that made me unconsciously want to be close to him. If my physical attraction to my first boyfriend after coming to Beijing stemmed from hormones, then my attraction to him stemmed from oxytocin and dopamine. Maybe that's intellectual attraction. Our breakup wasn't from relationship issues, but his company transferred him to Shenzhen to lead a team. There, he would essentially get a promotion and a raise, while my career in Beijing was at its peak. So we both rationally chose to break up. After leaving Beijing and moving to Chengdu, I met some people and dated 2 of them, but I never found the feeling I had with either of them. Take it slow. Fate will bring the right person.